Okay, Rick, I'll let you start, and then we'll go to questions.
Okay. A few thoughts on the game. Obviously, very hard fought. I was really proud of the team, the way we fought throughout the game. It didn't start particularly well. They were very physical. We adjusted, we kept our poise, we kept our aggression, and found ways to get shots and found ways to get some stops. I thought Wessa Wundu tonight was a real key player in this game. The guy only played 10 minutes and didn't score, but he gave us really solid defense on some great players, and some situations where you have switching, you're switching, onto a better player, you're switching onto a big guy, and he just really held his own phenomenally well. Luka was spectacular. Sometimes you simply run out of adjectives to describe how good he is. But he was exceptionally good tonight, and we needed every point, every rebound, every assist. And defensively he was terrific as well. I thought KP played a very patient game, made some very big timely plays. It's challenging for him because teams put smaller guys on him and try to muck us into the switch game, but he's been doing a great job of mixing the hard rolls, the pops, the spacing, and the crashing. So he continues to really evolve in our system.
Brad?
Yeah, Rick, before the game, you were talking about how far you guys have come in the last couple of years. And I think it's easy to forget that sometimes that, your average age is 26 and you guys haven't been together that long. Did you feel like tonight was a learning game? Did you learn something about your team tonight in that respect?
Yeah,
from a growth standpoint.
Yeah, and really, I'm not surprised at all at how we came out and stayed with it. These guys have been in the playoffs, and so they have a very good idea of what these types of games are like. As they go on in their careers, there are going to be more and more of them, and there'll be more and more of them during the regular season. Against big rivals, national TV, the whole thing. But I do think we took some steps tonight. But the burning question is always where do you take it from here? And so we're in the throes of a very difficult schedule in terms of the opponents. Two against the Clippers, 2 at Portland. Very, very challenging. And so. I just want to see how we continue to approach these games, and it's a part of the season where you're in the thick of the dog days on the one hand, but on the other hand, we've already played 5 or 6 games, out of the break, so it's all coming fast.
Tim Cato?
Yeah, what were your overall and individual thoughts about the defense? And I think the fans always want to know what the defensive belt was.
The fans want to know what?
The defensive belt, who won that?
Oh yeah, Josh Richardson. And look, we had a lot of guys under consideration, but his loose ball play in the beginning of the game, that set the tone for the entire game. And that was just, that was a signal to everyone in the arena that we were here. He was here, and we weren't going anywhere. And that's a big, that's a big moment. It's a big play. And oftentimes playoff series can hinge on one play like that. Your season can hinge on one play like that at times. It just depends on, which game, when, and what it means. And look, we're nowhere near the end of the season, but, that play was, I think, symbolic of, what our team stood for tonight. And that was that we were here, we were going to fight all the way. and we were going to be defiant, about how we approached it.
Last one for Tim McMahon.
Rick, Paul George has earned a reputation as one of the league's best perimeter defenders. What goes through your mind when you see Luka make a move that, puts PG on the floor or has him turn the other way while Luka's driving to the basket?
Yeah, look, I've got too much respect for Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Ty Lue, all those guys over there. I know the kind of team and kind of competitors they are. I'm not going to say anything about Paul George's, may have slipped on the floor or something like that. But Luka's a great player, and he has the ability to make these stop on a dime plays that are really exceptionally special. And so, but I'll tell you this, Paul George is a great player. He's a great player. He's a great offensive player, and he's a great defensive player. And you don't find many guys that are, equally good at both ends of the floor.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, Rick.